Well, we're
What's
live to the recording.
yes. So what's up, Michael? Backwards geometry. How's it going?
Hey Tyler, I'm doing good. Very great. I have my pitchfork.
Yeah, I know
And
you're looking very, very festive.
yeah, I'm ready for the spooky season, as always.
Is the red light in the background? Is that also part of it, or is that normal?
Yes,
Oh, that's part of
that's,
it. Hell yeah,
it's part of this. I don't
awesome.
usually have red lights on in my house, only on special occasions.
Oh, of course. So how's it been going? We did the With Faces show a bit ago. If anyone wants to learn more, definitely check that out. It was a very cool conversation. But what have you been doing since then?
Well, actually, I have been doing a lot of stuff. Since then, I dropped my fourth main collection.
Hmm.
I mean, I had different drops happening, but there have been four of the what I call the main collections,
Hmm.
which usually are drops of 100 NFTs. And this one, I think it was 22 different paintings distributed among these 100 cNFTs. That was pretty cool. I had different collabs going that went on during this period between the shows.
Hmm.
I'm very bad at remembering which ones were they. I'm gonna try to come here and look, but also I think that the sculptures drops also happened in
Oh,
the
right.
in this meantime, which were uh, my first pieces that I created using Blender, and
Hmm.
that was pretty nice. Having the ability to create sculptures was something I really wanted to do for some time, and making them in 3D was like just adequate, I thought, for this medium of NFTs. And
Definitely.
yeah, people seem to like that. They turned out pretty good. I'm very happy with them, and I am working on a little more sculptures,
Oh,
but
really?
those yeah, but but those are not going to be out anytime soon. I'm just working on them for now, maybe by the end of the year or something.
Hmm. I actually have a
So,
couple of your pieces here in my wallet. I'll show off on screen from the both your collection for um and some of the modeling things. Well, one
oh, you
sec.
have
Sorry.
some of those too. That's cool.
Uh, yeah, I got one of them right now.
Oh yeah,
Emergency exit. Oh.
yeah. The model takes some time to load, right?
Hmm. So this was your first time working with 3D, right? Um.
Yeah, I actually started messing with Blender. I think it was like June,
Hmm.
and these came out in late August. I don't remember exactly, but I spent a couple months like studying Blender and learning how to do stuff in it.
Hmm.
Uh, and those were like my first actual creations that I was happy with. And I was very into this idea of having the models in a way that you could like move them and interact with them in a way on
Hmm.
2PM. And once they released that AR feature, now you can look at them in on augmented
Oh,
reality
really?
as well.
So I didn't know it was automatic. So I could actually check this out in AR.
Yeah, you
Oh,
just have
wow.
to open the page on your phone and it should work.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's a little buggy. Like there are days where I look at it and it just doesn't work, but I think it's just the way it is. But I have tried some of the models and they do work on AR.
That's awesome. I didn't know if it was just like a because I know Nitties did it with season two. I didn't know if it was just a Nitties thing or
Yeah, I think that all of the 3D models that are uploaded on PooPM, you
Mhm.
can do that with them.
Damn, that's really cool. I really want to start experimenting with that soon.
Yeah,
Um,
I bet it's gonna be great. I look forward to it.
yeah. So these are a couple pieces I picked up actually during your collection 4. Just showing them off to the audience if anyone hasn't seen your work before, because I know there's probably quite a few
Yeah,
people
this one is the only
watching.
collage that was available in this drop.
And do you know? I'm gonna get excited. I wrote about it in the that thing I was wearing, the 30 weeks book. But I've wanted one of your collages for so long because I know you did quite a few of them for your first couple of sets. But
Yes.
they're always so expensive on cNFT.io. I was so happy. This was the last one I pulled during this drop, and it was so cool.
Yeah, I think I have to revisit these techniques more now because
Mm-hmm.
for this last collection, I had started messing with something called monoprinting, and that a lot of the pieces were made using that technique. So the collages ended up going a little bit to the background. But for the next sets, I really want to bring back more of them because I really enjoy doing collages. Is one of the most fun things, in my opinion. Just getting uh, finding interesting images and putting them together. Sometimes when they don't immediately look like they belong together, but then you find some meaning within that. To
Mm-hmm.
me, it's a process about like discovery, really. And
Definitely.
collages really bring that up a lot, and I think it's fun.
The work, I mean the images in here, it's so like interesting and so like I can't really make out exactly what type of text they're from. Is this, are they all from like old books or?
Yeah, those are from like a magazine from the 50s.
Oh wow, that's actually really
And
cool.
yes, and it was like a science magazine from the 50s. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually very, very cool to look at it or look at what they were talking about. Like there's all sorts of stuff in that magazine.
Mm-hmm.
So they talk about even, I don't know, mythological stuff, but also about eye surgery and
Wow.
people like cloning and I mean all sorts of subjects. It's very
Yeah.
interesting, and it's a great source for strange and weird images. It's very, very well illustrated, and I mean it's my main source for stuff for collages is that 50s magazine. It's called Popular Science here. I mean it's in
Mm-hmm.
Portuguese called Ciência Popular, but in English it's Popular Science.
Mm-hmm. So a couple more questions about it because I really love this piece. So the hints of red in here, is that uh I'm wondering about your technique. Do you, is that paint? And do you paint the pages first and then collage, or how does?
And
I know I told you before we weren't gonna get too into the art, but I am. I got you here, so I gotta ask some questions.
it's all right. Um, it really depends. For this specific piece,
Mhm.
I wanted it to have a very contrasting background. So what I did was like have this red background,
Mhm.
and then the images and pieces of pages came on top of that. And
Oh,
something
okay.
I like to do a lot is stack a few pieces of paper and then start finding the layers beneath the outer layer by just ripping pieces of the paper to like
So like
really
once
make.
they're already on the page, you start.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. So think like those posters you see on the wall on streets, that people just get the glue
Yeah.
on top of them,
Mhm.
and like after some time people just rip them off, or the rain or something else destroys them. So it's something like that kind of look that I try to make there too.
That's awesome. It came out so nice, and
Thanks.
I really love these pieces. You really have no idea how happy I was when I pulled that thing. I was ecstatic.
I'm glad to
Um,
hear it.
one other quick thing while we're catching up. is you have released a couple physical pieces,
Oh, yeah.
and I did pick one up. So we're I don't know if I'll be able to see it, but it's right there.
Oh,
It's kind of hard to see it, but
yeah, I think this was the first one, right? The first auction I
I think so. I'm pretty sure for
Yeah,
Crane.
I don't think I numbered them, so but I believe this was the first one.
Hmm.
So also in the meantime, between the first interview I had with you and now, I was featured on IOHK's
Oh my
Twitter.
gosh! Right, I forgot about that.
That
That was
happened.
incredible.
Yeah, it was crazy. And in the following days and like weeks, a lot more people were in contact with my work, and
Hmm.
a lot of them started asking me if I would sell like physical copies of the NFTs I had, and I really, I really liked that idea, but I didn't want to use the NFTs that were out there already
Yeah,
because
that
I
makes
thought
sense.
that would be a little weird for a person who collected one of them. Like, let's say there's a painting and there's like five NFTs of that painting and someone has
Hmm.
one, but then like a sixth person gets the physical piece
Yeah,
of that. I thought it was not very, I don't know, not very fair.
definitely.
And then I decided to make pieces exclusively for a drop where you would get the physical art as well as the NFT. And then this was the first one.
And
And
again, super cool.
all of those pieces I had, I think, six of them out now,
Oh wow,
and
damn.
all of them were auctions, and all of them obviously are one of ones, and they have gone to different parts of the world. I had this go to the US, another one went to the US, I had one go to Canada, one went to Sweden, and one went to, I think, yeah, one went to Israel.
Wow, that's crazy.
And that's the craziest thing. Like, I would never imagine that I would be shipping my art to like Israel or
Yeah,
Sweden or US. So it's been pretty cool, and I intend to do more of this, uh, but I still don't have any scheduled plan for
yeah,
another one of these drops, but they definitely will happen.
hell yeah, and I'll definitely be watching. Um, Real quick on the IOHK thing too. I wanted to ask, was that a complete surprise, or did they reach out to you first, or how did that all go down?
No, I had no idea really. Like, I
Wow.
just learned about it when I went to my Twitter mentions and it was there.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was insane. Like, I had a lot of people reaching out to me and finding out about my pieces, and actually I had some stuff from the third main collection that was still available. I listed all of them on cNFT, and they all sold out within 2 days,
Wow.
and they had been sitting there for a few weeks before
Hmm.
that. So that was crazy exposure, and really it was very cool. And I ended up meeting some new people that liked what I did through that, and probably, I mean, they wouldn't find it
Yeah.
otherwise. So it's very
Well,
cool that they do this, and give the space to the artists.
true. I think they would have found it eventually, though. I think you're definitely one of the projects in the space that I think a lot of people are watching. So since the beginning, which is incredible. Um, so yeah, it was mostly just to catch up. I know I kind of already explained this to you, but I'll explain it to the audience, even though they probably heard me say it a couple times by now. If anyone isn't aware, this is pre-recorded. So we're talking to you from the past. Um, but these, I was kind of thinking like for these interviews, we could talk about just basically like the CNFT space in general and like some experiences and stuff that you've had. Um, so I was thinking the best way to like start off is maybe if you explain how you got into crypto, Cardano, or NFTs, or one, a couple, or all three. It's always interesting hearing.
Yeah, I am quite new to this. Like, I think a lot of people that are watching this and a lot of people who are into CNFTs are also new to crypto in general. But
Definitely.
obviously, I knew about Bitcoin for years, but it was just this thing I didn't know much about.
Mm-hmm.
But I never really dove deeper than just knowing what Bitcoin was. But like on November last year, the November 2020, I started researching more about crypto, and
Was
by the
that
end of
or was that before you knew about NFTs, or was that was just
yeah,
like an interest in crypto itself?
yeah, I didn't even know NFTs existed back then.
Wow, awesome.
So it was just interest on crypto really,
Mm-hmm.
crypto really as an investment, and I started to research more about it, and then I learned about other coins other than Bitcoin, like Ethereum.
Mm-hmm.
And like as a beginner, I did all the things beginners do, like I don't know, buying doji or whatever.
Yeah, we've all been there.
And I think it was like late December when I first heard about Cardano, and it really interested me beyond just being an investment, because there's all these like mission driven stake
Mm-hmm.
pools out there, and the actual blockchain, has an idea of making things easier for people who are in places where like financial systems are non-existent or are
Mm-hmm.
just very bad. And to me that resonated a lot, as like this is more than all the other stuff. And that's when I really started messing with Cardano. I bought some Cardano back then for like, I don't know, 30 cents or something. And it wasn't until February, I think, that I first heard about NFTs. It
It's
took me
kind of
that long.
no, it's
Even,
kind of interesting because I I was on a similar path, like discovering Cardano in December and then not finding out until about NFTs until February, and it seems like a lot of people are on that path, like with the same timeline and everything. It's just really interesting.
yeah,
Um,
I don't know what was that like took us at the same time period.
we just had a calling.
Yeah, bizarre. And I learned about NFTs, but like back then, I was just looking into like Ethereum NFTs, and
Mhm.
I just figured, well, I can't mint here. I don't really have
Yeah,
the money for that.
same here too.
So I was just like sitting back and looking at stuff. And after not long after that, like by the end of March, was when Space Buds came out,
Mhm.
and I was like in a Telegram group about Cardano,
Mhm.
and they mentioned that, oh, there's this Cardano NFT now. It's called Space Buds, and it was like the second day of the drop. I remember that it took like 3 or 4 days for it to sell out, and went there and I managed to get one Space Bud for like 48.
Yep. Damn. Hell yeah.
And yeah, and from there, that's how I got here, because then I just entered the Discord servers
Mhm.
and went totally down that rabbit hole and never looked back.
I was
And
actually about to ask where your first NFT was. So that's all.
yeah,
You
it was
still is
was
he
an
a
ape, but
what was that?
an ape
Oh, an
Space
ape.
Bud. Yeah,
Is he still with you or
no,
he's
he's
long
gone.
gone? Long
I
gone.
miss him. I
Oh,
I did get another ape afterwards, and that I still own, but that first
mhm.
one, it was gone very quickly.
Damn.
But it was a good flip for me back then. Like it
Mhm.
actually made me able to buy into other stuff from this
Yeah,
page.
definitely.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And And then like it was April, the whole month of April, I was wondering, oh, maybe I can like have NFTs of my art. That would be
Hmm.
cool. And there weren't like a lot of resources about how to mint on Cardano or anything like that. There was uh, there wasn't like any documentation. I tried actually to read into how to work with like Cardano Clay and stuff like that, but
Yeah, I was in the same boat.
I'm not a dev. Like I
Yeah.
don't know how to work with that. So it took me a while, but I found the people at Mermada,
Hmm.
and they were the ones who helped me really to make this possible. Since then, most of the drops I put out were made by them,
Hmm.
other than like some collabs that someone else handled that, but everything really was helped by them, and yeah, they've been great to me.
That's
That's how I got here.
that's crazy. That's awesome though. And I feel I remember you like that, like way in the beat, like seeing your work like so early. It sounds like uh April, or yeah, April even sounds like late to me, but that it's honestly time's weird in this space.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Ever since getting into this is like 3 years have passed, but it's
Yeah,
6, 7 months.
that honestly, it's crazy. So what? Got a couple questions here. What what are some of the artists you've been following in the space? Especially some like artists that maybe other people may not be aware of, but any artist.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's an artist that I learned about a few days ago, actually from you, from your Twitter,
Oh,
because you said you got a
oh,
piece of his work. It's
mhm.
Mr. Wolf. Can I share my screen here?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you there's a little button at the bottom, and I'll be able to throw it up on screen. I
Wait, I
think.
think I've found it. All right,
Oh, yeah, perfect.
nice. So Mr. Wolf is one of the artists I have been following for the past few days because I
Hmm.
really want to get a piece, and I'll definitely be looking into this auction here that he's advertising now. That's going to happen on Friday.
Hmm.
I mean today, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. True.
And yeah, it's very interesting work. Let me get the one you bought. This one,
Yeah, this artist is he's really cool.
crazy surreal collages and
Hmm.
like melting clocks, and the colors in this are awesome too,
Yeah.
and really
One
is something that I have been very interested in the work of.
one cool or interesting thing about this artist is he's really into starting like a dialogue and like conversation about the work. So like anyone who buys one of his pieces, he's asking to meet with him on a Discord call, which is it's interesting. It's super cool though. I won't spoil anything if anyone for anyone who buys one, but the conversation he has is pretty cool. Um, but yeah, it's definitely a cool artist.
Yeah, that's very like very different. I don't know of any other artists
Yeah, me either.
who are going so far as to really creating a dialogue about the creations.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
this is one of the people I have been following closely, and
Hmm.
another artist I have been following closely is Kyara Skuro. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that.
I don't think I've seen this one yet. I'm gonna add him right now.
And she has been doing a lot of digital
Is
paintings now.
that
She has this
wow?
Love Machine series that she's been putting out. I love the texture she
Yeah.
creates with this like scribbly thing. And she has this character here, which I find very charismatic.
Hmm.
Used to be her profile picture for a while. And she also has some. This is one of her paintings that I own.
Oh wow! Holy crap! That's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's like digital, but it looks very much like an analog
Hmm.
painting. I think it's incredible. It has a lot of texture and detail, which is, I mean, texture is my favorite thing in art.
I could tell
And
by her pieces.
and I have some paintings from her also
Could you
that are
actually?
not.
Could you actually go back to that real quick?
Yeah, sure.
The description was really what's it say? The U.S. Postal Service is judging you because of your magazine subscriptions. The government is watching you. Also, Ned Flanders. That's all.
Yeah, I love what she writes on the metadata of her paintings.
Is that like random, or do you know, or is that?
I'm not sure. I think it really is something that can have a dialogue with the actual image, like this big eye here.
Mhm. Oh,
I'm
true.
not sure
Yeah,
about why the U.S. Postal Service.
yeah.
You have to ask her. But I have some other works of her that aren't digital. This is one of them.
That's a painting, or oh my god!
Yes, that's a physical work with like some plastic net or something.
Wow.
And I was just in awe when I saw it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. That's crazy. At least not in the
And,
space.
well, PoolPM doesn't want to load the image anymore.
Dude.
But there's also a funny description here,
What
some
a
witty stuff.
what a terrible shame for all the plastic to be in the ocean when it holds paint so damn well. Tisk tisk. Wow, that's a really cool description. Damn. Okay. Hold up. Give me 2 seconds because I'm following this artist right now. Everyone who's watching right
Yeah,
now in the
definitely.
future, go follow her.
And
Damn.
the other work I have of her, oh, this is also not loading. Too many requests. Okay, PoolPM. Okay,
Oh,
loaded now.
there it goes.
This is also physical work
Hmm. Oh wow,
and
similar. Or that.
a lot of stuff going on.
Wow.
And this is actually my phone wallpaper for some time now.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Damn. Holy crap. That's so much detail. Wow.
right? I love it.
Do you know? You may not know, but I noticed in the other one it had 17 written at the bottom, and this one looked like it had 99. Do you know what those indicate, or maybe that's
Mm,
just her
not,
signature?
yeah, I'm not quite sure because both these and the ocean one, they
Hmm.
were both one of one, so probably don't indicate like a serialized thing.
True.
But I think it's part of a signature. I'd have to ask her. Really, not
Hmm.
sure. And yeah, right now she's been working a lot on this series with this character here, and she also, actually, I think right now she's making a series called Two Tone,
Hmm.
and she was like asking her followers to send her two colors that were contrasting enough with each other, and she would make a series of paintings based on the colors that her followers chose, on two colors each painting,
Hmm.
hence Two Tone. And I think that's coming out soon.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of like depth in it. I really really love this.
Wow. Can you click on the one with the X eyes? Uh, oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's incredible. I don't even have words. These are so beautiful. It's so crazy. Like there's so many people so invested in this space, and like I know for me, like I'm constantly like on Twitter in the discords and everything, and it's crazy how like an artist like this, it's crazy that I haven't seen him yet, or like that they only have 569 followers. Like that's insane. Like
Yeah, like there's so much stuff, and sometimes we really end up missing some
yeah,
very, very cool stuff.
and the
And
talent. These are like the talented and dedicated artists. At least it seems from the work so far. I mean, definitely, but
yes, I really, really love it. And we might actually have something together coming out soon. Just letting you guys know.
you could have told me that in private and then not. No, I'm just kidding. I was just saying so I could jump on it. I'm just kidding. But I will definitely be jumping on that regardless.
and
Hell
and
yeah.
then there's another artist who's a Brazilian artist. It's a little different from what I usually follow, but
Mm-hmm. Oh, I
I
heard.
find it pretty cool. You might have seen it, right?
Yeah.
He's been auctioning his work, and it's been picking up like a lot of a lot of good sales for him. And I don't know, I find this very charming, and
Mm-hmm.
even though it's not crazy texture and disturbing art like I usually end up liking, I think it's very pleasing.
So are these on what's the word? These aren't like a procedurally like a 10K type thing. It's like they're all.
Yeah, they're all one of ones.
Oh wow, that's great.
and and he's been auctioning all of them, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
This one's actually owned by Fettuccini.
Oh wow. And damn, wait, is that say 1,905?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it was sold
Wow.
for 1,905 ADA. So he's been getting some traction.
Damn, David King watching. Damn. I
Hey, you
think I'm
see
following.
all
Huh?
the
Art.
all the good people out there.
Yeah, definitely. Art of women, right? Oh,
Yes, and I mean, other than liking his art, he's also Brazilian, which already makes me like him a little. And he also has been donating some of the proceeds he gets from the sales. This he posted here. He made a donation for a breast cancer organization.
wow. That's incredible.
It was like 280 donated to them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he has some more coming out probably in the future, as far as he's been saying. And I think these ones here on the header are the ones that he already put out.
Mm-hmm.
They have some somewhat different drawing styles among them, which I also find
Oh yeah.
cool.
I see that now. They are all slightly different.
Yeah, this one's is more like a painting of sorts, a digital painting,
Mm-hmm.
and this one's like squarish, like Node manga or something.
Yeah. Damn. That's really pretty.
And yeah, I think these are three artists I have been looking at lately, and that probably are very under the radar. All of them,
I
I
think
think,
so,
people
definitely.
should definitely be on the look for what they bring.
Definitely. So I guess we lost him for a second. Let's get him back. In case anyone is just tuning in, um, and you haven't watched any of the previous episodes, this is my um, Sweet Fella's costume. If you haven't recognized it, but all right.
I, I think I think my browser crashed when I closed the
Oh,
share.
damn! Really? We're still all good though. It's still going.
Nice.
I filled him in about my costume in case anyone wasn't aware. But yeah, I know we kind of already talked about some art, but if you did want to show off some of your NFT collection, I know we just talked about a bunch of art, but it's up to you, or we could
Oh, I would love to.
help.
Let me
Okay.
share this again. Uh,
If you want, next time when you stop sharing, I could just turn it off in case rather than
okay,
have you take it off.
okay. Let's try that. I don't want it to crash.
Oh yeah, it wasn't a
Um,
big deal, just there for a sec. But
oh, so actually selected a few NFTs I would like to show. This is Cardano Jimbo made by Armand Kendrick,
mhm.
and it's definitely an OG CNFT. Was minted
Yeah,
in April, but I just got this one. It's like my first Jimbo. I got it this week,
damn.
and I have been looking to get one of these for months now, but
Mhm.
I could never really get a like the ADA for it, enough ADA for it, because I think there are only 100 of these, and the holders they really are are diamond hands. So
Is it really only 100? Because
I think so.
that's insane.
Jimbos. I think Jimbos are 100 only, and then
Because
there's
I
the one.
remember, I remember back in like when these came out, like these are just everywhere. Like I remember seeing these images everywhere.
Yeah, me too. Like on April or like early
Mm,
May, they were everywhere, and they didn't know what they were.
yeah.
And but I really like their looks, and they have this samurai theme going on, and that's something I enjoy. I like Japanese culture, and having this is very cool to me, and I really like the color red, so it was great to have this. And I actually got this because at some point this week Armand
Mm,
published a tweet showing off the model for the game they are developing based on the Ronings and the Jimbos, and then he showed the model like moving, and it was like such smooth motion. You know, it looked so
mm.
fucking good. Oh, can I curse here? Sorry.
Oh yeah,
So
you're
so
good.
fucking good.
We're not big enough to worry about cursing yet.
So it looks so good, and once he got the tweet out, people just were freaking out, and a lot of Ronings were being bought off CNFT, and I had one listed,
Hmm.
and I was like, "Oh no, I have to delist it. I don't want to
Yeah.
sell this." But I didn't make it in time, so with the 8 I got from selling that Ronin, I ended up buying this Jimbo. So actually, it was a good trade off for me.
It worked out. It's got the red and the texture in the helmet too. I can't really tell what
Yes,
the pattern
yeah,
is, but it's definitely got texture.
it's like some camo
Oh,
thing.
camo. Damn.
Yeah, and Armand like a toy designer, and he had some physical toys out as well. Some people have been receiving them when they bought those one of ones some time ago,
Hmm.
and they're going to have the game and lots of other interesting things to do with your NFTs coming soon. Uh, Let me see. I think I had the Ronings somewhere here. Right here. And these are other
Right.
things from his collection, the Cardinal Ronings, that I also like very much. I
Hmm.
had four of them, and one of them is gone after I put in the listed.
Damn, a 000. That's a nice
Yeah,
cop.
this is the rarest of
Is it
the
really?
collection. Yes, is the secret
Damn.
rare Roning. And I actually got this in sort of a funny way because they dropped the Ronings.
Hmm.
The people who are making the vending machine was also the people at Mermata, by the way,
Oh.
and they also bought a few Ronings, and one of the Ronings they bought ended up being this one. But so they decided that they didn't want to have this because it was the rarest and they were the devs, so it
Hmm.
looked strange.
Yeah.
And what happened was that they decided to airdrop this to
No
a
way.
random holder of Ronings, and I
Yep.
had three other Ronings,
Uh-huh.
and I ended up getting it like
Wow.
in this random airdrop. So it was just pure luck. I think that is why I don't win any giveaways or anything else, because my luck was drained
Ran out with that.
on this.
Definitely. That is crazy luck. Damn. It kind of stayed in the family, I guess. Kind of. I don't know if that makes sense, but these textures are so cool.
Yeah, I really love the looks of this. It has
Oh, and
even
he's
this
holding a skeleton.
skeleton lag here. I
Wow.
mean, it just looks fire.
Yeah.
Oh, another artist I forgot to talk about before is Dark Artopia. She's a friend of mine from the UK,
Hmm.
and she's very low key about her work. So that's why I think most people ended up not hearing about her. But she has been creating these tarot cards with sort of digital embroidery, and she animates them. I think it just looks very, very cool.
Oh, wow.
And they are also like pretty much OG. They're from May, like early May.
Are you kidding? She's been around this long. That's crazy.
Yes.
This space is way bigger than I think we think it is. That's insane. Yeah, wow. May 15th. Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah,
May
this is what
4th. Wow.
24th.
May the
Oh,
4th be with you. That what that was from?
yes, that is it.
Oh, yeah. Wow, these are really pretty.
And it's one of the artists I forgot to talk about before. Actually, I remember there was one here. Uh, yeah, I
Mhm.
forgot the name of this artist, but I really love this. I think his name is here somewhere. No, it's not. I think it's Frank something. I think these are his initials, FHW.
Mhm. Oh, I haven't seen these
But it,
either. These are these they're not analog, right? I'm guessing from the long
no,
list of stuff at the bottom
no,
or
they're not.
parameters.
Yeah, they are digitally created by an algorithm,
Wow.
and I got these two. And he had a series prior to this one
Mhm.
that was also generated by an algorithm and was quite different from this, and it sold out very quickly. Like I didn't even believe it because he had at the time I don't know, like 30 followers on Twitter, and I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm gonna buy this once I get back home. And when I got back home, it was sold out.
Really? Jeez.
Yeah, I wish there was a link here for the website, but I don't I don't remember.
I'll try to search real quick see if I could find anything. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not.
Let's see if I can find him here, maybe.
How did you discover some of these artists? Was it just through the Twitter and Discord and stuff, or?
Yeah, mostly from Twitter and Discord. More Twitter than Discord, really.
Mhm.
I think I spend more time on Twitter than on Discord. But it's just like someone finds this and then they retweet it, and I see it, I retweet it, and I think that's like a chain of events that makes me find those. And this
Definitely.
is the artist. I found him here, Frank
Yeah,
Hembeck.
I just added them. So definitely follow these artists, guys. Anyone watching?
I think that we can see the that first series I mentioned here, Stained Glass, was this one.
Oh wow.
There's
Damn.
100 of them, and they
This is the
just
one
sold
that Yeah. Damn.
very, very quickly. And then I tried looking on CNFT to see if I could get one, and they were all listed for like 2,000 ADA. It
Really?
was
Jeez. It's crazy. And you were saying you had like a small following at the time too. That's crazy.
yeah, it was literally 30 something followers.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That was crazy. Another NFT I would like to show from my collection is one of my favorite things ever that
Ooh,
I own,
nice.
which is this piece made by Brown NFT,
Mm-hmm.
the creator of Ada Lottos. And this is a one of one called Code of Lucky Neko because he had the Lucky Neko token. I
Oh
mean,
right.
not
Uh,
token, but the NFT of the Lucky Neko. I can
yeah.
find it here. I was gonna talk about Chatty later. Here, the the Lucky, the original Lucky Neko.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had this auction for this one, and I just needed to have this. So I battled to the end of the auction to have this one, and I think it's one of my favorite things I own here.
That is awesome.
I
That's crazy.
probably will never ever part ways with this thing.
I feel
And yeah,
that.
I have plenty other Necos here.
Damn, yeah, this is another project that's been around for a long time. Damn.
Yeah, he has been here on the space for a very long time. I Let me see what is the mint date of. Yeah, this is from early May too, made by the
Yeah.
same artist.
Yeah, I know they were in collab bits too. That's usually how I gauge if it's before collab bits or after collab bits. Damn, you have
And
a fine
something
collection. Oh,
and
of
I would
course,
also
Shadi.
love to show off my Chatty Nassar collection because it's also my art crush and one of my favorite artists out there.
Yeah, he's.
This is an artist a lot of people already know, but
Mhm.
I I just love him and his art so much.
I think people
His
know him,
art,
but they don't know him well enough yet. Everyone go follow
yeah,
Chatty. Learn about Chatty. He's the man. He's doing a lot of things in this space.
so much stuff, man. I think he literally doesn't sleep sometimes.
Yeah.
These two faces from his original collection are
Hmm.
my favorite pieces. I love this one. It kind of makes me think of a Resident Evil zombie.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Not from the actual game, but like some concept art or like the
Like some
pictures
that
you
like
would see
lead.
on
Yeah.
magazines about the game.
Hmm.
I, when I looked at it, it made me think of that. So I really wanted it, and I love these colors. This combination of reds and blacks are my favorite, as you can see
Oh
here as well.
yeah.
I have from his self portraits. Something funny about these two here, this blue one, I think there are only two of them.
Oh really?
These were from, yeah, from a series that had multiples of each face. I think this one it's five of the red,
Hmm.
but the blue there's only two of them. One is Chadis and one is mine. So I think
Damn.
it's very special because he's the only person who has another one and he's the artist.
Hmm. Damn, that is a
And then
special
there's
one.
yeah,
Oh, of
this
course.
from the collab I did with him.
Hmm.
He got my colors from my work and made his magic to get these cool faces. I love this one. Looks so outer space.
Wow. Yeah, it does.
think it's my favorite one from the drop we had together.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Well, I
Yeah, his
think
work is so cool.
uh, these are
Both your works for this piece.
some of my favorite things from my collection. I'm not gonna like show space buds and stuff because that's
Yeah,
something everyone knows
everyone.
about.
Yeah, definitely. Damn, that's a fine collection though. Very,
Thanks.
very fine. All right, so I I'm thinking for this. I can't believe we're already at 50 minutes. That doesn't. I have nowhere to be, so I mean, it's up to you. I do have a couple more questions though.
Sure, let's go.
So I kind of have some questions relating to the community in general, and I don't know if they're going to be hard to answer. They might not be, but if they are, no worries. Um, but as like our community grows and more people come in, I'm just curious on if you have anything that comes to mind that you really value in the space, and then to contrast that, anything that comes to mind that you think should maybe improve or something in the space.
Let's see. I feel like what I value the most here and has always been what made me like stick to this space and keep doing my work here
Mm-hmm.
is like this is really the sense of community in the
Yeah.
most literal sense here. I feel like everyone tries to be friendly to each other and really if someone's new they try to help them to navigate everything and really support your cardinal friends here.
Yeah. Definitely.
To me that's always been great. I feel very good when I go to like most Discord servers and I don't know, I think this is my favorite thing here, like this sense of friendship.
Mm-hmm. It really
And
is crazy.
yeah,
Like,
I don't know anywhere else on the internet that this is so.
yeah, internet or anywhere, like even like close relationships or close groups of people I've been with in the past, like it's still not the. I think maybe because it's so new and everyone understands how new it is, everyone is so open to help everyone else out because we were all new very recently. Maybe just a quick theory, but it is really insane.
Yeah, and I am a little afraid that this is going to start to slowly disappear, as more people come in.
Yeah.
And I don't know, this isn't something that I can say that I wish would get better because I think this is what comes with growth.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, there's been lots more of people that are just learning about CNFTs and are I mean, coming into this space and just buying into random projects that are not that clearly aren't very good places to put your ADA in to
Yeah.
say
Or not like dedicated, or it's hard to find the right words, but
yeah,
I
but
think I know what you mean. I think
we all know
everyone.
what we're
Yeah.
talking about, I
Yeah.
think. And it's complicated, because we cannot control this, and we also cannot control what people are going to do when they get here.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes just people just come with this mentality, oh shit, I have to buy every 10K project out there, and oh, what's going to be the next Space Buzz? What's going to be the next,
Yeah.
uh, like the next thing I can flip tomorrow for 10 times what I paid? And I think that's what sort of upsets me the most, like, and it's what drives me away a little bit from hanging too much in like big projects, Discord servers,
Mm-hmm.
because there's always this vibe, and I don't know. I think that's the main issue I have, but uh, to me, the positives really outweigh this.
Yeah,
these negative things.
definitely. Yeah, I know that thing you should change question is a bit hard to answer because there are so many positives about this space. But definitely a good answer.
Yeah.
Or honest answer. Um, so I got some other questions, but I think they might be better towards the end. And I know we wanted to talk about the player mint
Oh,
coins.
sure, sure. Yeah. So there's this gaming project on Cardano called Playermint, and a while ago, a couple months ago,
Mm-hmm.
they reached out to me because they wanted to create their founder NFTs, which are going to have like a ton of utility on their platform,
Mm-hmm.
and then they had been looking at my 3D modeling work, and they wanted to have like a 3D cube with some features that could represent their brand. So they asked me and call another artist called Any Weatherwax to
Mm-hmm.
create this cube together. So we collabed on the creation of this cube. She made some cool graphics to go on each side of the cube, and
Mm-hmm.
I created the cube itself and like the place where it floats and everything else on Blender. And it was pretty challenging and it was pretty cool. And it took kind of a long time to get it right. So
Mm-hmm.
we went back and forth on a bunch of ideas until we were all happy with it. And now it's ready, and the token sale is going to happen on the 23rd, on October 23rd. And
So tomorrow, technically, not for us,
uh,
but for all the
yeah,
people living in
for
the future.
exactly for you future people who are out there, it's tomorrow, and they're going to sell those NFTs, and you can go to their Twitter or to their Discord server to learn about all the features the cube has, the utility, and what you can do with it. But it's a lot of cool stuff. Like they're going to create a Minecraft server there. You can like craft lands that are NFTs. You can like all sorts of cool things, and they're gonna have an actual token they're planning to have that rewards people for their performance in games.
Yeah,
And
we
it's
actually we had them on the news show recently, and it was crazy hearing all the things that they have planned, like taking games that already exist, like Rocket League, for example, and then giving you some way to earn those tokens by playing the game, which is
yeah,
crazy.
I think it's very promising. It's going to be very cool,
Yeah.
and by getting the NFTs, you are going to have access to their platform and be able to be early in the
Mm-hmm.
game. So stay on the lookout for that. It's on the 23rd, tomorrow.
So that's what those NFTs do. They're more like an early access thing for Playermint,
Yeah.
essentially. Awesome. That's really cool. So just some other questions to sum it up, or to back to like the community space thing. Do you have any words of advice for anyone entering the space? I know that's another. These are some difficult questions, so definitely let me know.
Yeah,
But,
I think there's a lot of words of advice that we can give people coming in, but I think one of the most important ones is always check your policy IDs.
yeah, definitely.
When you're buying something, check your policy IDs. Like I have been on Cardano NFT since March, since the beginning of them, and recently I was scammed.
Oh,
Like
really?
yeah, I bought something on cNFT and like didn't really check the policy. I was just
Mm-hmm.
so on the fear of missing out there, and I just bought something and then I realized, oh shit, this is a fake.
Damn.
But yeah, well, it's good because
Yeah.
it shows that even if you're here for a long time, you can still make this kind of mistake. So
Yeah,
it's important to always be very, very cautious when you're doing that. So I think that's one good advice.
definitely. Probably the advice. If
Yeah,
anyone's new, check your policy IDs. You'll hear it a million times.
exactly. And there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of projects coming out. I mean, if you go on Discord or on Twitter, there's way too much stuff, and it's very hard to know what is good and what isn't.
Yeah,
So make
definitely.
sure to really research. Just check out if you're buying into something that's not going to be bad for you in the future.
Hmm.
And also buy stuff you like, really. don't
Yeah,
don't don't go buying stuff just because you think that's going to be like 10 times more valuable a week from now. Like, go and get art from artists you enjoy and from people you find that make interesting work.
I was watching a Jack Ingram video the other day, and he said something about how a lot of the times when people are buying just to flip, that's how you end up making those decisions where you're buying like projects that aren't trustworthy or aren't what they appear to be. Um,
Yeah,
Whereas if you're buying something that you like, it probably means that there are some other people that like it too. And you probably like it because of the work that was put into it and etc. and all of that.
yes. If you are buying it because you like the art, or you like their what they are proposing for the future of the project, or something
Yeah.
like that, I think that's better than just buying into a hope
Yeah,
of getting more data.
definitely. If you're gonna get burned, you might as well get burned with something you like. Not saying anyone's gonna get burned, but it might as well
Yes.
be something you like.
Yeah, if you're gonna, maybe die with that NFT on your wallet, might as
Yeah,
well do something that you think it's cool.
exactly. And final serious question, and then one kind of jokey question. Um, so serious, not serious, but do you have a famous or a favorite work that you've put out so far, or does anything come to mind, like a certain piece or a certain collection? Or
Uh,
I know I'm hitting you with the hard questions.
yeah, that is very difficult. My favorite thing that I put out. Oh, that stuff. But I think that my favorite thing so far I have put out is the fourth main collection,
Hmm. The
because
collection as a whole,
yeah, the collection as a whole, not just one particular piece of it.
definitely.
Because I have been creating a lot more than usual since coming into this space. I mean, this is literally what I do
Hmm.
for a living now.
Yeah. Which
So
congratulations, by the way. It's fairly
thanks.
recent.
It's awesome. Like, and I can only be very, very thankful for this,
Yeah,
for everyone
definitely.
here in this community. And I I have been creating a lot more, and I have been studying and finding new techniques and new ways to do what I do. And with that, I can see some evolution, throughout the
Hmm.
work. At least from my perspective here, I can see things that have been refining as time goes by. So I am very happy with the recent works, because I see them as the best versions of my works so far. So those are really my favorites.
It's a really good way of putting it, and a good reason too. You definitely see it too. Like I've had your piece open up over here, the crane piece, and like I literally stare at that guy every morning. Where is he? Right there.
Yeah, it's right up there.
Yeah, I gotta find it's a little cluttered right now. I gotta find a more permanent like look at
That's
me.
fine. I think I like it being like accompanied by a lot of other stuff.
True. But all right, so one not serious question. Well,
Okay,
all right,
here
so
you come.
so since this is pre-recorded, this is not a good one, but since this is pre-recorded, do you have any questions for people living, what is it, 3 days in the future? Anything that they can answer that you do not know today?
Yeah, sure. What's the space boat's floor like three
That's
days
a
from
good.
now?
Or when's Yummy drop? Not that we
Yeah,
can get any answers. Leave your
oh,
comments. Leave your answers in the comments below, guys.
yeah, we're going to read them in the past at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Well,
We got a time machine YouTube thing going on.
maybe once we get the time machine, we can go back to today and read those answers and
True. Or
be ready for the future.
we could get them in the future, print them out, and then come back to this time. Like imagine like if a portal just opened up behind both of us, and just like here's your answers.
Maybe we wouldn't even need a portal. Like if we had some sort of time traveling email or something like that, we
True.
could just mail ourselves the information from the
That is
future
true.
without actually having to travel. That sounds dangerous.
True. Email is definitely safer for time traveling, of course. But hell yeah, I this was an awesome interview. We got right at an hour, which is good because I know they're doing the 1 hour time slots for this. But sneak
This,
peek, or what was that?
no, sorry, you can go
Oh,
on.
so I don't think I've said this much yet, but with Faces is still it isn't over, so there's still gonna be more shows, and I definitely want to have you on again for another show sometime in the
Yeah,
future. You're definitely one of my favorite people in the space to talk to. You're literally like the chillest guy, honestly.
thanks. I would love to be there. Like it was a lot of fun before the first time, and it's a lot of fun to be here now. So I love being interviewed by you, Tyler. You're a very good guy.
Thank you. I love having you on too, and yeah, an awesome interview. All right, awesome person awesome person to interview.
Thanks.
But awesome. So yeah, thank you. Unless you have anyone you'd like to shout out or anything, any last minute stuff. Um, I always forget to throw that in there.
Well, I am going to shout out my friends. I had talked about them already today, but I'm gonna shout them out again. My friends at Mermada, Freddie and Mermada,
Mhm.
for always being so helpful. Shout out my Brazilian friends from Street Art cNFT. They have also been helping me ever since I got here and been very dear friends.
They seem like they're doing a lot too, in their own little,
Yeah,
uh, like a is it kind of like a collective, yeah,
yeah, they have this collective and they have been doing a lot of social work in their city
wow,
with what they are getting from the cNFT community. So it's been very cool.
it's incredible. Damn,
Yeah, they really do a lot there for the people in their city, especially kids, really,
really,
from what I
yeah.
see. And yeah, they do deserve this shout out. Uh, let's see. There's a lot of people that I want to shout out.
That's true.
I cannot go on and shout out everyone, but really everyone who hangs around on Discord sometimes, and everyone who like says cool things to me and really incent like gives me incentive to go on and supports what I do. And I don't know, is some everyone who is kind and fun in this whole
True.
community.
Very true. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone deserves this shout out, so just not gonna be so more like so specific anymore.
It
But
is
yeah,
true. There are too many people, and everyone is so incredible here. So, but
yeah,
awesome.
pretty happy
Definitely.
to be here and to be around, and hope to be around for very long.
Yeah, I think you definitely will be. I think so. I'm knock on wood for saying that because I'm very superstitious, but I know you will be. I'm knocking on wood, but I'm very superstitious. Don't take the knock on wood the wrong way. I'm just superstitious. I knock on this. This wall has knuckle marks on it from the past 7 months of all the times I've knocked on it. But you'll definitely you have some of the most incredible work in this space, in my opinion. So
Thank you.
So thank you so much, Michael, for coming on. If anyone, Backwards Geometry, your Twitter, we'll have it in the description.
Yeah, the Twitter is like backwards geometry, but missing some vowels, so yeah,
Mhm.
it's gonna be hard to just say it.
Yeah. I'll have it right after this. I'm gonna post it for scheduled, and I'll put it right in the description.
All
Uh,
right.
awesome. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right. Now, how do I stop this?
Who knows?
Oh God. Oh, there we are.